Someone told us that if you put your kids in sports, you're going to avoid all the drug and alcohol issues. I was like, oh, this is great news. So I signed my mother-in-law for Pee Wee soccer. It didn't work for her either. Darn it.
We are Moms Unhinged, a nationally touring stand-up comedy show. Join us in our podcast as we explore everything from motherhood, midlife crisis, marriage, divorce, online dating, menopause, and other things that irritate us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Moms Unhinged show. I am here with the amazing, the fabulous Jody Carroll. Welcome, Jody.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I know. I know. I've literally been joking with people that my whole reason for starting this podcast is just so I get a chance to talk to you guys, because sometimes I miss you.
I know. The first thing I said was like, wow, long time no see. And
I know. It's been so long. So Jody is one of our amazing Northwestern area comedians based outside of Seattle. She's been on a ton of shows over the last couple of years with us, traveling all over, and super exciting. We are headed to Anchorage. I'm not sure when this episode's coming out. We may have already just been in Anchorage. Maybe we're just getting there. But anyway, we're going to be together on a show in Anchorage coming up, amongst other shows. So again, super excited to have you. And also, new grandma.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. New grandma. I am the new grandma for the second time.
Yeah.
He's just a month old. And then my other little grandbaby is a year and a half.
Oh my gosh.
2 boys.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
How fun.
They're really fun. It's shocking. I asked my other daughter, she's the auntie, I said, are you shocked at how much you love them? And she said, yeah, I'm really surprised. She's single, doesn't have any kids. Yeah. And I said, me too. I just can't believe how obsessed I am with these little babies. They're just so sweet.
Oh, they're so great.
I mean, great. You can tell, brings you back to that time that it was very difficult.
Oh gosh, it was so difficult. And I imagine
so hard. I'm like, I told my husband, I'm like, I feel so sorry for them. And he said, what? And I said, it's exhausting. And he said, remember, they're a lot younger, than you are right now. So
right. And they signed up for it. They signed up for this.
Yes. Yeah, I can't help but feel guilty. Like, I brought you into the world, and now you're having a baby. It's my fault. You feel like you have to do everything.
But it's funny how you really can't explain it to anyone. You cannot. There's no way to communicate the magnitude of how difficult it is, right? And it must be so wonderful to be a grandma where you don't have to get up at night. You can go home and sleep, and that's just, and hand them back when, you need to, and you get all the good stuff.
Right. You do get all the good stuff. There's a little bit of pressure. I mean, depending on how you kind of picture yourself as a grandma, like what, it's coming. So you're kind of like, what kind of grandma am I going to be? And, there's a part of me that's just like, I have to be there for them, every step of the way. I got to do all the laundry. I just got to support them as much as I can. So it's a little bit, I find that to be the biggest challenge. Is like, you remember that old saying, take pressure off yourself. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Kind of used to be a thing. Yeah. I don't know what we say now, but I kind of went back to the old school. Like, I just need to take pressure off myself, be the best grandma I can be. Someone told me, they're going to love you because you're their grandma. Right. You don't have to be a certain type of grandma,
right,
to be loved. Yeah. It's kind of like when you love your mom. You love your mom no matter what. You love. I think someone told me that it kind of goes the same for grandparents. So
yeah, that's so true.
I don't know. I love being around the babies. I love them so much, but I really think the hardest part is putting pressure on yourself to help out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. I'm
The
sure
biggest
you were.
help is taking their dogs.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
so it's like you will be around your kids' dogs more than ever before. Welcome to grandparenting. Take the dogs. Let them
The
have great
dogs,
dogs.
the dogs that we used to love.
The dogs that you used to love, you please take them for one. Yeah, we have
Now they've
dogs
got the
in and
down.
out of our house all the time.
Got the downgrade.
It's downgrade. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Now, so now tell us about, tell us about your kids, like how many kids, and I know that you've fostered kids. So I want to get into that as well and talk about like what that was like to have, you had your own kids and then you had foster kids. Talk about that journey a little bit.
Okay, so we had three kids,
Mm-hmm.
and first two were 2 years apart, then 3 years apart. And when our last child, our daughter, I think she was about, I knew empty nest was coming.
Mm.
It was 4 years away or so, and I thought, I'm not done. I'm just not
Oh,
done being a
yeah,
mom. You know.
yeah.
So I have two adopted brothers. I have two
Uh-huh.
adopted brothers, and so my husband and I kind of always thought that was in our life. That would
Ah,
be in our story at some
right,
point somehow.
right.
And so our church has a really great foster slash adoption program, and we loved our church, still do, but we don't go as often. And so we got involved with that and did a mountain of paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
Just started down the road. We weren't sure. Maybe this is not our story. Maybe this is not for us,
Mm-hmm.
not a good fit. But
Mm-hmm.
let's go down the road and see. If
Yeah,
things start falling into place,
right.
then we'll know that it's
Yeah.
right. So things started falling into place, and we got our first placement, and it was a little girl, and she's still in our life.
Oh,
She
that's so
actually
great.
went back to her mom after 2 years. We got her at 2.5, and then she went almost to the day, went back to her mom 2 years later.
Mhm.
And her mom's great. Her mom's super healthy. She got married to a wonderful man, and they have two more kids. They've got a great family. So kind of
Oh,
a very, very happy ending story. So that was
yeah.
so fun. And then after
And
that,
then
we had
your kids were like what, 12 and up at that
so
point?
so my kids were, I think, like 14,
Okay.
17, and then Casey was in college.
Okay.
I remember getting a call from him from college, and
Oh,
he's like, I'm like, she's in the car right. And he was so
oh my.
excited.
Oh, that's so
But
great.
yeah, that is the best part of fostering when your kids are a little older, because it's such a gift to your kids.
Uh-huh.
They see the world through completely different eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that trickles out into their friend groups,
Oh,
and
that's
those
neat.
friends see something happening
Yeah.
special, and
Yeah.
they see the positive sides of bringing other people into your house. And
Right.
that was really something that I hadn't thought about much when we were getting ready to foster, is how
Right.
big of an impact it would have on just your whole family.
Oh, that's so
I mean,
nice.
I thought about, what impact it would have on my husband, but the positive impact it has on your kids, it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
wow,
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Oh, that's so great. So then did you have multiple foster kids or was it just the one?
She was the longest placement.
Okay.
We
Hmm.
had we call them triplets, because there were twins, and then the other child was just a year older, so they
Wow.
ran in a pack. So we had the triplets, and we had them kind of off and on for a year,
Uh-huh.
and then we had twins. We did have twin girls. The triplets were 9 years old, and then a 10-year-old. And then the twins we had for almost exactly 10 months. And the triplets went back with their grandma.
Uh-huh.
And then the twins went back to their mom.
Okay.
And that's not as happy of a story. And they
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting adopted by some godparents. So
Okay.
they're fine, but the mom is not as happy as the story as the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twins were 10 and we had them for a school year and that was really fun because then I was
Yeah.
lunches again and taking them to the bus stop and it was so fulfilling. I really needed that. I really needed some extra mom time, you know.
So then when you had those series of foster kids, then you also had your kids, you had two of your kids still in the house, or were at that time were they kind of
Yeah,
moving out?
when our first little foster child came, I actually think my oldest daughter was a senior.
Mm,
So,
mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, my oldest daughter was a senior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it could have been close to the end of her senior year.
Yeah.
But she went to University of Washington,
Oh,
which is
nice.
in our area where we live.
Yeah.
And she was in, they were in each other's lives quite a bit.
Yeah.
She came home a lot, you know,
Yeah, right. That's so great. Like, it's so funny. My brain automatically jumps to like, oh my God, the logistics of it. How did you like a car and the how, I'm like thinking of all the stuff, but I'm sure you just had a big car and we're like, hey, let's pile all in.
it's so, I mean, you see foster parents doing it with way more, you
Oh,
know.
wow.
They've got 8 kids and this one's coming in, this one's going out. It's a little more crazy.
Yeah.
I am a little more controlling, a little more
That's how I feel
OCD.
too. I know.
So I had to have, some control around it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the help you get from your older kids is awesome. You have built-in
Oh, right.
babysitters, right?
Right.
Like, oh, sorry,
Right.
you can't go. You have to babysit Nairi. And then her friends would come to our house and hang out.
Uh-huh.
She had
Yeah.
to babysit, and which was
Yeah.
a cool experience. It's very interesting how it impacts your older kids.
Yeah.
My neighborhood was so cool because they saw what we were doing and they felt like they could have a hand in that
Right.
special experience by helping, by babysitting,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Take her
Right.
this afternoon or,
Oh, that's so
So,
great.
yeah, I mean, it was really life-giving and it's ended up being just such great, great memories. But we are not doing it anymore. We are not doing it anymore because we have these grandbabies.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've always had kind of a in and out. I would say that we had Nairi, that was the biggest one, and then the triplets, then the twins, and then we had a couple others that were just quick ones.
Quick. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And how
and
does that work? You just get a call and you might need to kind of act pretty quickly. Is that?
right, yeah,
Yeah.
we get a call, and then they either bring the child or you go pick them up, and they check your car seat, and then they're like, "You're on your way." And then every week, this is shocking. We went through our church. So there's a social worker through the church assigned to you. There's also a social worker from the state assigned to you. So every single week we had 2 social workers visiting our house. I mean,
Wow.
that is unbelievable to me
Yeah.
looking back on it. Like, wow, there are people in our house asking us questions, asking us how it's going every single week for,
Yeah.
5 years, in and out
Yeah.
for 5 years.
I almost feel like regular parents need that too. Like,
Honestly, I looked forward to it. It's like, well, we're having trouble with this. Da, da, da.
I'm
Yes,
not
I honestly looked forward to it because
I'm
social
not doing
workers,
that well, to be honest.
no, social workers are cool people. So cool. I mean, what does it take in your heart, in your brain,
Yeah.
to say, I'm going to
Yeah.
be a social worker? Like, that
Yeah.
is a cool person. So to have
Yeah.
those people walking in your house and having
Right.
really cool discussions around your situation, right? Around your
Right.
place, about your kids, but also on bigger pictures,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the foster care, system.
Right. And they're
It is fun when feeling like you have support. I remember when I'm switching topics, but I remember when my oldest child was born. He was born low. He was born low birth weight. I think like 6, not too low. 6 pounds, 9 ounces. But anyway, he had jaundice.
oh yeah.
And today, I don't think they worry about it too much, but back then it was a huge concern.
The lights and the, yeah.
So yes, so they sent. Did you have a jaundice baby?
No, but I remember seeing the babies baking, they were like,
We called him the light bright baby because he had this thing around his torso, and it was looked like light bright, all these little lights, and we had to plug him into the wall at night. And sit him by the window in the morning, in the sunlight. And every day I had a nurse come by and
wow,
prick his little toe to see
to
how his
check.
jaundice was doing. Yeah,
Hmm.
to check his. And I mean, I would be looking out the window waiting for that nurse.
Where is she?
It
I
was
know,
awesome. It
right.
was
I
awesome.
remember
She helped
when
me with
they,
breastfeeding and everything else I had questions on.
yeah, I remember when they gave me the baby to take home, and I was like, what are you talking about? I take
Yeah,
this home now. I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Like,
it's so true. It's so
yeah,
scary. I was
yeah.
out of my mind scared.
I know. I know. That's funny waiting at the window. Where's the nurse?
I know she's this big lady. She was big and she was
Yeah.
yummy and delicious. And she'd walk through my door and I'd never see, and she would hold my little baby, with her big, strong, healthy, rested body. And oh, he's never looked so comfortable
She
in his
was,
life.
and she's being paid to care about everything, like that's how
Was
I
only paid for grandma coming in. That's why it was her. It's her fault that she put the pressure on me to be a good grandma.
that's right.
She set the standard way too high.
Yeah, yeah. I also want to find out about so when did you, like you've got all these children, so many children at your house, in and out. When did you get
Wow,
into comedy and how did that happen? Like,
fun. I think I was a little nervous about empty nesting.
yeah,
You're an empty nester
I'm an
just
empty nester now.
right?
Yeah. It's like quiet. It is so quiet. It's freaky.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you have something to fill
Oh,
that
yeah.
space
I know. I would
with
be
comedy?
like, what do I do at night? I don't know.
Yeah, and now you do have, I mean, no one, it's like you say, no one can prepare you for when you're going to have kids.
Yeah.
No one can prepare you for that feeling of empty nest.
Right.
It is
It's
a
wild.
very nuanced, kind of very you, hard to grasp
Yeah.
what that feeling is going to be.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
because you see all the people, and yes, of course, everyone's like, woohoo, empty nest. And we have a little joke about that we do on the shows, oh, yeah, that's what we're working towards. But at the same time, I'm like, it's also just heartbreaking, that
It
it's never
is.
going to be the same.
It's really heartbreaking. It
Hmm.
really is. And I think I was a little nervous about it.
Right.
And I thought, well, let me ask myself this question. If I could wake up in the morning and do anything, what would it be? And I thought, I'd love to just be in a room full of funny people working on a project.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought, well, maybe I can, be a comedy writer and write for, some commercials or advertising, stuff like that, maybe a show. Your mind goes crazy. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the business at all. And then you start looking into it and you realize all those people back in the day, they were
Yeah.
plucked from the comedy clubs.
Right.
These people that were hiring comedy
Right.
writers would go into the clubs
Yeah.
and grab, we all know this now,
Yeah.
and this doesn't happen anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Social media, they just take them off social media and they can do it different ways now.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, well, if I want to be a comedy writer, I guess I have to do stand-up comedy. So
That's funny.
I
That's how it
started stand-up
started.
comedy.
That's
And
how,
then
and did
once
you,
you get on the stage and you do it the first time, you're hooked, right?
oh man, that
So
is,
weird.
I always hate to say everything is like, oh, that's like crack, because like I've never done crack, but like,
Yeah.
it seems like what it would be. It's not like I'm out there, you know, uh, doing comedy for a hit, but I mean, it sort of is, it's such a
Yeah,
good drug. Making people laugh is such a high.
it
So
really is.
yeah,
It feels so good and it feels productive.
yeah,
I know I go through phases of like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. And then then you realize that someone will say something like really profound things. And,
Yeah.
you know, I lost a family member 2 weeks ago. This
Hmm.
is the first time I've laughed in 2 weeks. I know that
Right.
happens to us a lot on the
Yes,
mom
it
show.
does. It's
The mom
wild.
shows especially
Yeah.
have that quality
Yeah.
about them, where people will say, I just saw a friend through breast cancer, and you guys,
Right.
this is the first time I've laughed in a month,
Right.
or whatever it
Right.
is. So then you start to feel like you're doing something really productive,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
important.
Right. It's so
So
true.
all that to say is when you first start, it does feel, for some reason, when you first start, it doesn't feel frivolous. It
Hmm.
feels important,
Hmm.
even though there's moments after that that it feels frivolous.
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
first start, and then when you get to those big shows where you're getting feedback like that, it feels really important.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
like saying that you're not wasting time, and you're
Hmm.
not getting into trouble. Like I could be at the mall shopping. I could be
Yeah.
buying new furniture. Comedy
Well,
has to be a little expensive, but at least I'm not, I don't know. It felt like a kind of a good creative outlet.
yeah, it's a good creative it's better than just sitting scrolling on your phone or doing something that's like, yeah, not like whatever.
Or gardening or hiking. I mean, gardening is it.
No offense to any gardeners or hikers out there.
I can't do it. I can't do it. You guys are my heroes.
You're
And
not a hiker.
no, I'll do it, but it's not like if I could wake up in the morning. There's some people that say I would want to play tennis. I want to play tennis if I could do anything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go hiking. I don't want to garden. I don't want to play tennis. I don't want to watch a movie. What would I want to do? I want to be in a room with funny people and write something funny. It's fun to be collaborative and stuff. And then stand up gets a little isolating,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And
It's definitely
oh, this is a lone wolf sport.
it is it yeah, it can definitely be there's community, but then also sometimes you are adrift on your own out there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That is I
And
know.
there's some pros and cons to that too, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, not as many. I mean, there's definitely like tennis clubs and stuff. I guess whatever.
right.
It's
It's
you
not as
everyone
it's not as social, but those road trips, I'm telling you, the road trips with the
yeah,
Moms Unhinged people,
yeah.
those are core memories for me now. Like a lot of stuff gets talked about, gets hashed out in those
We
road, and it's so
we
fun.
it is so funny because I remember one time I was on a road trip and one of the we it was a long road trip. It was like a 3 or 4 hour drive we had to take, and we were getting into some deep spiritual things. And someone was like, "Let's share our core wounds" or something like. And I'm like, are the guy comedians who are on road trips doing this? I don't think they are.
I bet you anything they're not. Yeah, it is funny to see our age women,
Yeah,
mom aged and above
yeah,
women having these discussions in
yeah,
this little
yeah.
isolated moment in time of a road trip. The road
Right.
trips are so bonding anyway.
Yeah, it
So
is true. It is true. So,
I
yeah,
do love Moms Unhinged for that. They've provided so many special times like that, like
yeah,
just driving from show to show
yeah.
and kind of navigating your way through uncharted territory
Right.
in all sorts of ways, like even
Yes,
geographically. Like, well, I don't know where we're going,
I,
and then we don't really know each other all that well. We don't know where this discussion is going.
I know. I know. It is
So
funny
it,
because
yeah,
sometimes, yeah, the three people or four
yeah,
people in the car don't know each other at all. It's like
yeah.
not like a regular road trip where it's like old friends. It's like
Mhm.
let's all stick four comedians in a car and send them off somewhere.
Yeah, and hope they can navigate this whole situation.
Oh my
Hopefully,
gosh.
they'll show up to the show on time.
Yeah, it's always, I've definitely had some moments. I'm like, oh, where are you? Uh,
Really?
so I want to hear about, speaking of crazy moments, crazy times. I'm sure you've had one of the things I like to ask is like about an unhinged moment that you've had either like, with your kids or, with you as a kid. I think it all helps us all to know like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. Things, I thought this was bad, but we all have some crazy times.
Yeah,
So
we do
what's
all get unhinged. We do get unhinged. I like asking that at the beginning of the show, like, are you unhinged?
I know.
And then people, clap. And I'm like, if you're not clapping and you're hinged, we're not happy with you. We don't like you got your shit together. But yeah, I definitely got unhinged as a young mom.
Hmm.
Um, there was I'm okay. There's two times. We never spanked our kids. That
Okay.
was just not what we were going to do.
No.
And so when my son, that lasted for about 2 years. My son was 2, and we didn't spank him. This is why.
Yeah.
This is why we did not spank our kids. My son was 2, and we were coming out of little gym,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Those
he
little,
started
yeah.
running and went toward a busy street.
Oh, gosh.
I know it's giving me shivers right now.
I know.
So I said, I was yelling, Casey, stop, 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 stop. And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop.
Yeah.
And so somehow, the Lord saved him and nothing happened to him, thank God. And when I got to him, I was so unhinged. I didn't know what to do. I was like, how am I going to get it through his head that he needs to stop so I spanked him on his little diaper,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, don't,
Little SWAT. Yeah.
you need to stop when I say stop, or I said something, SWAT. And he turned to me and he goes, Mama, no, hit Casey. And he hit me right here. Like, well, that didn't work. Now it's my issue, not him running. It's me. He turned it on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I've got a problem.
I
It's
know.
my problem. I'm the hitter. You're not the runner. No, that's not what we're talking anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the hitter. And then another
It's
time,
it's just
I
like why do they have no self-preservation? They just run towards the traffic. Like you're just
so
like
scary
it's amazing to me that so
that
many
they
kids
survived.
survive.
Yeah.
They're like, we have these prairie dogs out here in Colorado, and they just like will run in the middle of the road. Like they're just standing out there in the middle of the road looking. We're like, that's like a toddler.
Right. Preserve yourself. Do you want to see tomorrow? Yes. Yeah, it is scary how they survive, how they get
Just
themselves into
run
danger.
towards danger. Yeah.
Mhm. Another time, and I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink, and this is a day that I was not drinking. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
I know I was legit unhinged. I had no alcohol in my system at all. I hadn't even drank the day before, not
Yeah.
drink, just
Yeah.
hadn't drink. And so I'm like, okay, this was legit because I was not drinking. And so they're playing Monopoly,
Uh-huh.
and all three of them, they're at this age where there's this magic time where the three of them,
Yeah. Jill.
get
Yeah.
along. They're gelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gelling. And exactly. So I don't know what it is, 8, 10,
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
11, and
Right.
13, something in there. They play Monopoly all the time, and they fought all the
Yeah.
time when they played Monopoly. And so they were fighting, and I just,
It,
and I came downstairs and I started jumping, physically jumping with my feet on the Monopoly board, and all the pieces are going woo, 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 jumping, jumping, jumping. I'm like, like I can't take it anymore. Picked up the board, ripped it, ripped it, ripped it, ripped the board in half, and then I got a big garbage bag in the middle of the game. We have not had a Monopoly game in our house since.
that is hilarious to
Everyone's
just
I
totally,
lost my mind.
totally
I lost my mind.
just go ballistic Hulk, rage on the
Rage.
Monopoly
He's
board.
called
Ah,
Rage.
God. But the
He's like, couldn't
fighting.
spank them. Casey had already put that away. Couldn't spank them, so I spanked the Monopoly in my own way. And from time to time will say, it's like you, like the Walgreens. Oh, she doesn't like the 2 for 1
Yeah,
special.
yeah, yeah.
That inside joke you have about Walgreens.
Right.
Listener, if you don't know, Andrea's kid had her unhinged moment in Walgreens. So
I
now they have
know,
an
exactly.
inside joke about Walgreens.
Yeah.
So now they have an inside joke about, should we play Monopoly?
Yeah.
Like it's an old joke now, so they don't bring it, but
Right.
it's
That,
it's played out, pardon the pun, but yeah, they'll
oh
say
my
it every once in a
gosh. I know. And I'm sure at the time you just probably felt like such, it's so hard when you get so mad. The fighting is what always got me. When they were fighting and bickering, I'm like, stop it, and you just want it to stop because it can be constant. And especially like if like Monopoly always triggers them, they're like, then why are we playing? Let's play it different.
Right, like what
Yeah.
are you doing to yourselves?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. I haven't thought about that for a while, but fighting with each other the kids fighting with each other was a big deal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my mom used to get mad at us fighting. And I remember in my head thinking, why does she care? She's not
Yeah.
in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why, we're fighting. She's
Yeah.
not. But then
But yeah,
as mom, you understand, oh, wow, that's really stressful.
it's really annoying. Yeah. It's so,
Why
yeah.
don't we just let them fight? Like,
Yeah.
why do we care?
I think I always felt like a little bit protective of, especially the younger kids, because I always felt like my older son was just a little more, he knew a little bit more how to bully, because as you grow up, you use your words a little bit more in a different way. And like, I always felt like, coming in and wanting to rescue the underdog or whatever. So I don't know what it was,
That's a really good reason.
but I mean,
Because
to be
that
fair,
situation.
yeah, to be
You-
fair, my
when you-
younger son could like needle
Yeah,
the older one too.
then you want to come in and save the other one. So whoever
Yeah,
the underdog was, you're
yeah,
being mama bear.
yeah,
Yeah, that could be it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all you young moms out there, just let them fight it out.
Just
Unless
just
it's
to
physical.
get some popcorn, right? Just
That's good. Oh,
take
that's fun.
bets, see who's gonna win, over under. You know. Oh my goodness. Well, Jody, this has been just so much fun. Thank you so
Oh,
much. That made me laugh so hard. And why don't you let people know where they can find you to get in touch with you and follow
thank
you?
you. That would be great. I'm at Jody Carroll Comedy on everything except for X, which I just got on. And on X, it's Gramsplain It. I have a whole new thing on all my socials. So go to Jody Carroll Comedy. Go to
Uh-huh.
Jody Carroll Comedy, Instagram, TikTok. I have a whole new series about Gramsplaining,
Oh, nice.
where I talk about being a grandma because I have
I
so
love
much
it.
experience. 18 and a half months of experience. Not a year and a half. You're supposed to say by months, 19
Yeah,
months, 18 and a half months. And so it's been really fun to do some funny stuff about
being a grandma.
about
I love it. Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm sure it's so fresh. It's so new. You've got lots of things to talk about, I'm sure. So, yeah. Oh, great. Well, thank you so much again, and can't wait to see you in
Thank you.
Anchorage.
Yes, thanks for everything, Andrea.
Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe, share, and follow us on the socials to get more comedy clips.